World Tourism Day is celebrated annually on September 27th. It was established by the United Nations World Tourism Organization in 1980 to raise awareness about the importance of tourism and its social, cultural, political and economic value. Now in this context, talking about tourism in the state, we could say that tourism in Nagaland has experienced growth and development in recent years, although it is still in a relatively nascent stage compared to more established tourist destinations in India. Now let's look at some key factors contributing to the growth of tourism in Nagaland. Firstly, cultural richness. Nagaland boasts a variety of indigenous cultures and traditions. This diversity is a big draw for tourists. They come to experience something unique and authentic. One of the highlights is the Hornbill festival, which has become quite famous for showcasing the rich Naga culture and heritage. Now talking about Hornbill Festival, this annual festival held in Kisama every year annually has played a significant role in putting Nagaland on the tourism map. Over the years, it has grown both in scale and popularity. People from all over India and even abroad come to witness this vibrant celebration of the Naga culture. Third, we have adventure tourism. Nagaland's natural terrain is a playground for adventure seekers. Think lush green hills and challenging landscapes. It's a paradise for trekkers, campers and bird watchers, especially in places like the Zuku Valley. Next, we have wildlife and scenic beauty. Nagaland is not just about culture, it's about nature. Wildlife enthusiasts and nature lovers are discovering the state's wildlife sanctuaries and parks like the Intanki Wildlife Sanctuary and Pulibatse Wildlife Sanctuary. Plus, the picturesque landscape, waterfalls and charming villages are gaining popularity among tourists. Next, we have village tourism. This concept is catching on in Nagaland. Travelers now have the chance to stay in traditional Naga villages, mingle with the locals and experience real life firsthand. Initiatives like homestays and community-based tourism are making this possible, and they are also promoting sustainable tourism. Next, we have cuisine. Naga cuisine is getting noticed for its unique flavors and the use of local ingredients like bamboo shoots and smoked meats. Food enthusiasts are increasingly interested in trying these authentic dishes, and this has given rise to culinary tourism. Now, promotion and marketing. Nagaland is actively working on marketing itself as a tourist destination. However, there are still some challenges. Limited connectivity, weather conditions and the need for sustainable tourism practices are areas that need attention. Despite these challenges, Nagaland has a lot of potential to keep growing as a unique and culturally rich destination in India, making it an exciting place for travelers to explore. To get to know more about tourism and prospects, the opinion of experts and people who are involved in the industry can give us more insights. In this regard, HornbillTV could connect to the owners of India Trail, which is a renowned travel agency in the state, and Camp David Kikwema. Let's have a look.
So with regard to your question about the prospects of tourism in Nagaland, I think historically Nagaland has always been a very favorite destination for its culture and its traditions, and people from all over the world have been coming here for the last so many years just to get a glimpse of it. I mean, the Hornbill festival is just a brief glimpse into it, but we have people who come here through the year who want to get into the villages and want to go into the interiors and actually live that life. So that's something Nagaland does really, really well.
I think as the prospects, we are now slowly shifting to different aspects of tourism, like adventure tourism. I think adventure tourism is starting to pick up in Nagaland in a big way. We also have food tourism, culinary tourism. A lot of people want to come to Nagaland to taste the exotics, so to speak. And also arts and music. I think Nagas are very talented and we have a lot to offer the world. So arts and music has a lot of potential, and I think slowly people are picking up on that. And finally, I think we have a lot of handicrafts, and our craftsmen, high quality handicrafts. There's a lot of prospect in that as well, I think. So yes, the potential for tourism, the prospects for tourism in Nagaland is very good, and we hope that we will slowly start to realize this potential. We will slowly start to hit the goals in the coming years.
I think the government has played a vital role in this. So usually it's the government's role to just set the roadmap and create the policy for people to work within. And I think with the new tourism policy that's going to be launched soon, they have done just that. And I think it's for us to work with the government and take this forward.
And again, the tourism department in Nagaland is also fairly approachable. We've been working with them for the past so many years, and they've always been very welcome to our ideas and to our initiatives, and they've always encouraged us to do, to follow the dreams, so to speak. So yes, we have a very good team at the moment, and hopefully with such encouragement, I think the path forward looks quite bright.
I think therefore it all boils down to the private players like us, tour operators and all the other tour operators. We have a very strong association of all these operators together. So as a team, it boils down to us to use the roadmap that's been set and make the best of it for Nagaland as a state and as a destination for people to travel to.
And I think finally also we have a very young and dynamic minister in charge of tourism now, and he's been doing quite a lot to promote tourism in Nagaland. He's taken it upon himself to promote the state, and I think he's doing a fantastic job. And so with all the players coming together, hopefully we'll be able to take tourism in Nagaland forward to a much brighter future.
Yeah.
So for Nagaland to grow and become a major tourist destination, I think it is up to us to go out and grab it, and we can only do that by going out to the world to promote ourselves. So we should send our tour operators to all the major tourist fairs, the ITMs, the international tourism forums and all that, to promote not only our businesses but to promote the state of Nagaland as a whole.
Right. So that brings us to the question, what do we take to the world? So I think it is our opinion that Nagaland is really good at its culture, tradition and village lifestyle, and I think this is the message we should take out to the world, and that's what they would want to come here and experience.
Yeah, you're right. I think our village lifestyle is extremely unique and vibrant, and not many places in the world can offer what Nagaland offers. Yeah. Right? And talking about the villages and all that, I think there needs to be a little bit of improvement in the services that we offer. Over the years, a lot of homestays are coming up now, and a lot of village youth have taken up tourism as a secondary profession. So we need to build our infrastructure also and build our programs in the villages with keeping the locals in mind and having them involved in our programs.
Yeah. I think that having been said, the department and the government is quite focused on capacity building and has been using tour operators and the Nagaland Tourism Association to go out there and actually help build the capacity so that quality of homestays and quality of accommodation, accessibility to food, etc. is much better now. And I think over the last few years we've seen dramatic improvements, and I hope that will help bring more people in. Also, I think with Nagaland being in the news, Manipur being in the news, etc., safety has always been a question that we've been asked, and I think it's time for us to go to the world and tell them how safe Nagaland is, and it is actually one of the safest destinations. It's the only place within India where if any of our guests get lost, we are absolutely not worried, because every local will go out of their way to make sure that they're absolutely safe and secure. So I think safety is an important message for us to take out there and make everybody feel comfortable. Now, on sustainability of tourism. So, while we are not quite there, I don't think many places in the world are there as yet. I do have to mention that over the last couple of years, all of us tour operators and the government have been trying really hard to make steps forward in making Nagaland a sustainable location and a destination. From reduced use of plastic, from use of local people for everything that we try and do, to creating employment in all the places that we work in, right down to the villages. I think there has been a good improvement that has been made there.
It's true. Also, a lot of our tourist destinations are all owned and managed by the locals themselves, the villagers themselves, and I think getting the locals, the grassroots level locals involved helps to sustain the industry, the tourism industry in Nagaland as a whole. Of course, we still have a long way to go, but this is a proper start. This is the proper way of doing it. I think we are following that, and I'm quite hopeful that in the coming years we will become one of the better destinations in the world, and tourism become a fairly stable source of income for the stakeholders and for the villagers that we work in.
So we're on the journey for making this a green and sustainable state for tourism.